What is up, my friend? How you doing? Okay, so in this super quick tutorial, I'm just going to share with you how you can build your very first Claude skill. And holy bejesus, this is going to change everything about how we work today. So let's just dive right in. So first, it's important to talk about what the heck is a Claude skill. So a Claude skill is basically like a reusable prompt or like a recipe that you give to Claude to run over and over again. So if you've ever been like, oh my God, I don't want to have to type out this whole big prompt, this solves that. But it goes a step further because a Claude skill can actually stack multiple prompts together and multiple formats as an output. So I just want to share with you some of the things that I've built with Claude skills so you can get a sense of what you might build as well. Okay, so what can you do with the Claude skill? So you can create custom carousels in your own branded style, like this one, and turn this into a Claude skill, which is awesome. You can then, once you have that skill, go and create any other carousel instantly by saying, hey, I want to run this carousel skill. You can also take one of your most successful sales pages and you can turn the entire process of creating it, including the copy, into a skill so that you can instantly dump any product that you want and it will instantly create a high converting sales page, which is blowing my freaking mind. You can also take audio messages that you have and transcripts, whether they're your own or they're from a course that you've created, or just like messy transcripts, and you want to organize it into thoughts for your students. And you can instantly turn it into a complete, organized Word document that will help you or your students learn better, which is incredible. And then you can take that and you can instantly turn it into what you're looking at right now. So this Skill Factory PDF, which looks absolutely beautiful, was something I created for you at breakfast. I was sitting at breakfast and I thought, oh, I really want to teach this. And I sat down and for 10 minutes, I explained what a Claude skill was. It created something like this. And then I said, hey, can you use my pretty PDF skill to create the actual pretty PDF. And so while this loads, you will see that you can instantly take it and it'll create it in that style over and over and over again, which is just absolutely incredible. Like this is going to help people quantum leap so much. And you can also create landing pages like this. So like an opt-in page where someone would be able to get like an opt-in for a product. And what's cool is you can actually stack these things together. So, like for instance, we wanted to create a new product. It did the complete market research. It came up with different headlines for the product. It instantly created a cover page for that product. And then it also created the lead magnet. Looks beautiful. How incredible. Can't even believe it's amazing, huh? And then it created like the email sequence that goes along with it, yada, yada, yada. So you get it. It's absolutely incredible. Let's talk about how you can create your first Claude skill. So let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be. Let's start with something really easy and something that you might use every day. So hold on one second. So creating a skill is really easy. All you need to do is go to Claude and ask Claude to build the skill for you. There's no complex prompting, nothing crazy. You literally just say, hey, Claude, can you help me build a skill? That's it. That's the starting point. And so that's exactly what I did. I went over here and I said, hey, Claude, I'm going to teach you my style and tone, which I playfully call Drunk Bestie. It's my hilarious, off-hinged, slightly inappropriate best friend avatar that I write my funny content with. And so, yeah, I just was like, hey, I'm going to teach you this. I went along and I just pasted all the different like training I had done on how to like make this skill. This is just a bunch of prompts that I had used to kind of decode what my style and tone sounded like. And as I was doing it, I was like, my goal is to build a Claude skill with you, right? And can you help me basically, um, can you help me turn this into a Claude skill? I'm just going to give you all the training, and then when we're done, we're going to zip it up. So hold on one second. Let me pull it up for you. Okay, so this is what it looked like. So I said, "Hey, can you help me build a skill?" It asks a bunch of questions. I just kind of ignore those questions and I just do what I want. And I said, "Yeah, basically, I want to teach you my tone. It's called Drunk Bestie. And it's got a lot of different parts to it. So let me just send you all those parts and then we're going to test it as we go along." So I sent it all the parts and I was like, "Hey, okay, cool. Let's test to see if it works." And like write about the mold, the moldy house I was in Bali. Mold is everywhere. But yeah, so it went through. I kept testing, testing, testing. I was like, yeah, you kind of got it, but not really. This is a really important prompt to me, so I took my time with it. And then eventually I was like, cool, like you really got it now. Like it's time to like turn it into a zip file. And it did that. And so you've got the little skill file right there. You would just download that and it comes as a zip file. Ignore all these. These are just things I asked it for to like put it into a project folder. And then when that happens, you're going to get a little zip file like this, right? And then all you need to do is you go to customize, you go to skills, and then you click plus and you click upload a skill. And that's it. And so that's how you're going to create your very first skill. Now, I'm going to share a little bit more of an advanced example for those of you who like to play at a little bit more of an advanced level. So here's another thing you can do. So you can take any output that you see and use what they call reverse engineer prompting and use that output to actually create a skill. So let's walk through what that might look like. So I wanted to see if we could take any output, anything, and then just turn it into a prompt. So what I did here is I took one of those documents I had previously showed you. So hold on, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I have this document here and it's an incredibly organized Word document. I wanted to see if I could just take this document, turn it into a prompt, and see if Claude could reverse engineer it. So I went over to Claude and I typed this prompt. I'm not going to read the whole thing because you can pause the screen and read it and retype it if you need to. But basically, I said, hey, like, I want to see if you can reverse engineer this and turn this into a highly detailed prompt. So I uploaded it. And I also told it I already have the skills, so don't cheat. And it basically created the entire prompt for how do we create those highly detailed Word documents. And I was like, okay, amazing. Now let's test to see if it works because I want to turn this into a skill, but I don't want to, I want to see if it works. So and then I took one of my transcripts and there we go. We have the finished document. And that's just absolutely incredible. So what we would do next is we'd say, hey, Claude, I want to take this prompt we just created right here, right? Copy and paste it, put it back in the chat and say, I want to turn this into a skill. And then Claude is going to turn it into a skill. It's going to create one of those downloadable skill files that I showed you earlier. And then you're just going to go right back here and re-upload it. If you have any trouble, sometimes I noticed that the file naming was pretty important. So this becomes the trigger word of what triggers the skill. So you'd need to say the exact name of the skill. Um, I think having it formatted in lowercase without any spaces really helps. If you get any kind of error with uploading the skill, just put the screenshot back into Claude and say, hey, I got this error message. Can you fix it? Because occasionally the way it's formatted might have like a capital letter and like a space. So just be careful in how it's formatted and you're pretty much good to go. It's very, 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 very easy. And you can do the same thing with literally any output. So I went in here into like our landing page chat and I was like, hey, like, could you like take our landing page and turn that into like a skill, right? And it literally did it. So I was like, hey, like I was in this chat where I had created a lot of landing pages. I was like, what if we just took the structure of like our best converting landing page and we took it and we turned it into a reusable template where we have like the ability to take any product that we create and then instantly turn it into a high converting landing page, both the HTML, right? and the copy itself. And it was able to do it. And it created all this code. You don't need to understand all this code. You just need it to do its thing and say, cool, like let's test it in the chat when you're done and then see if it works and they say, cool, okay, amazing, like turn this into a skill. Let's call it the landing page blueprint. I think because this was capitalized, this was a bit of a problem. So I shouldn't have done it that way, but you get the idea. And then it has it as a little zip file. I downloaded it, went right back over here, re-uploaded it into Claude, bada bing, bada boom. So if this isn't the most game-changing thing you've learned like in the past 6 months, I don't know what is. Like for me, this is just mind-blowing. I can't wait to see what you do with this. Send me your fun things. Tell me what you've learned. Tell me what feels confusing. I'm sending you so much love. I'm really excited to go on this adventure with you. I can tell this skill, this thing is gonna just totally change the world. So with that, my friend, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.